Alrighty, welcome back, guys. Danny, Yellow Hoodie. Um, yeah, so it's Wednesday this week, new comic book day. I'm gonna be going over there in a bit. I have to get there early. I have a meeting at work, so I have to get to work early. So gotta go there. I actually have to go to Home Depot to get one of those wire things to clean out a clogged drain because my girlfriend has long hair and I was the designated man of the relationship, so plumbing falls under my umbrella of tasks. I was not the designated man by choice. Yeah, anyways, I'll show y'all what I pick up after the LCS. I probably won't be coming back here for a while, so yeah. But I will show y'all some of the things that I picked up last week. I actually did finally go to the library. I didn't get to film that this weekend. So yeah, I'll just show y'all what I picked up from there. And then maybe later on in the week I can go over some of the things I read, because I did read pretty much everything from that I picked up last week. I do have a friend who's giving me some of the issues that I pick up, and she's also giving me some issues that I'm not going to pick up today. So yeah, first up we got Justice League Dark, James Tynion. I'm pretty excited about this. I've been on a James Tynion kick, so I'm curious as to what they're gonna do. I really enjoyed the Justice League Dark animated movie, the first one. The second one was just batshit crazy, but yeah, I'm excited. Zatanna, Swamp Thing, Detective Chim, Wonder Woman. Yeah, I'm stoked. And then next we got Batman Detective Comics Mythology, Peter J. Tomasi and Doug Mahnke. Mahnke? I don't know, but yeah, I read their Mr. Freeze arc. I'm a huge Mr. Freeze fan, so I read that and it was really good. I have them all in singles, so I'm excited to see what they do with this. And obviously I love Under the Hood, Under the Red Hood, whatever you want to call it, but which is Doug Mahnke's art. And then he also did Batman Off-Road with Jason Aaron, which I enjoyed. It was fun. So yeah, excited to see what they do there. All right, next we got Batman Tales of the Demon. This is by Denny O'Neil, Neil Adams. I really like Denny O'Neil's Question run. That's one of my favorite runs of all time. And Neil Adams, iconic Batman artist. Batman, Deadman, all that stuff. I already started reading it. The dialogue's a little, it's old, so it's like their dialogue is very much just narrating what's happening when you can just see it on the page. But the story-wise is like really good. Once I got past the dialogue, I was like, flipping pages like crazy. And then, sadly to say, it doesn't really have a lot of Neil Adams. Like, a lot of the issues in here are like other artists, which have similar styles to Neil Adams, but they're not the same. He did do a lot of the covers though, so I do get to see those, and he's a great cover artist. So yeah, that's pretty sick. I want to pick this up just because I haven't read anything Neil Adams, except for a little bit of Old Dead Man, which is pretty good too. And then obviously I'm a fan of Denny O'Neil's other run, so grab that. And to switch things up from Batman, I grabbed this from my mom's place because I have a lot of my old comics there. I just decided to reread this to switch things up, Batman, Last Night on Earth. Yeah, I think I haven't read this in a while, and when I first read it, I didn't enjoy it, but also when I first read it, I forgot to read the second issue. So I read 1 and then 3, like an idiot. And so I was just missing the whole story, and then when I realized what had happened, I didn't go back and read it. So it's been a couple years now, so I feel like I can just reread it the right way. And hold on, I got crab puffs in the fryer, so in the air fryer, so I don't want those to burn. Yeah, they burnt. Anyways, yeah, Batman, Last Night on Earth, Greg Capullo's art, um, can't go wrong there. I feel like it's gotten mixed reviews, so I don't know. I'm interested to see what they do, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, look how cool this is. My girlfriend got this for me like last year, or made it for me. It's a Batman bookmark. Look how talented. Look how talented. Vengeance. All right. Yeah. So I'll. That. All right. So that is pretty much it. So I'll probably be at the LCS in a bit. I'll show you everything I get from there. Alright, so I am out of work. I'm home now, but I figured I would go ahead and show y'all what I picked up. I didn't get to do that before work, unfortunately, because I did have to get to work early. But I picked up only 2 new issues this week. First up is Detective Comics 1101. This is the Hispanic Heritage Month one. I really wanted the cover A because I love Miguel Haning's art, but you know, it wasn't there. But Hispanic Heritage Month, I had to do it. So it's a cool Bane one. And then next up, of course, Ultimate Spider-Man 21. Love this series. I really want all of it in singles. I don't know if I'll be able to get first printings for everything, but I definitely do want all of these. I'm very excited to see what they're gonna do next in this issue. I mean, Bullseye looks badass there, so pretty stoked. Unfortunately, it's not Marco Cacchetto on the art today. It is Messina, which Messina's fine, but you know, Cacchetto's the GOAT. But yeah, and then I got 2 other issues. My shop didn't promote Batman Day that much this past weekend, but I saw that they had it there, some of the issues. I almost got Batman and Robin by Mark Waid because I hear that's been really good, and I'm definitely missing out, but I went ahead and grabbed the new cover for Absolute Batman. I already have the cover A for it, but I feel like I kind of want to frame that or something just because it's, you know, one of the greatest series for Batman. But this one I'll probably, you know, just have as a spare. But I love the cover. Another Nick Dragotta one. And then lastly, this is just one I picked up for the cover. This is Immortal Thor issue 15, the Pablo Villalobos cover. Super sick. He's supposed to be coming to a con next weekend, a local con. So I'm excited to try to get this signed. Hopefully I do end up going. I already have one other cover signed by him. He was super nice. I went to the same con last year and he was there. I was looking for his Jessica Cruz cover, also Hispanic Heritage, because that one's really cool, and I've been watching the Justice League movie where she plays a big part of it, and I've been really enjoying that, so I do want to go back and get that cover. And I do also want to read it because I think it's Green Lantern War Journal issue 1. I hear it has a lot to do with John Stewart, and John Stewart's my Green Lantern that I grew up with, so I really do want that. But yeah, Immortal Thor 15, super sick. Yeah, I don't know when I'll pick up the rest of this vlog. I might go back to the comic book store this weekend. I'll probably film some other stuff I do throughout the week, maybe some cooking, maybe some skating, I don't know. But yeah, stay tuned. Alright guys, it is Friday morning. I don't really have much aside from some reviews and stuff. I did come back from the skate park, which I'll put in a few clips of that. But yeah, I guess to talk about skating, I've been doing it like most of my whole life since I was 10. So like 16 years now, to almost 17 to date myself. Yeah. I haven't been doing it the last few months. It's been tough with like my work schedule, and I usually go with friends, and you know, we're all adulting, so it's kind of hard to schedule like a certain time. We used to go like almost every Friday night, but You know, now we're all like out of school and working and stuff, that it's kind of just hard to do. But one of my buddies invited me out to go this morning. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I didn't do too much skating, so I don't have like a lot of clips, but yeah, and I also suck. Not that I was good before I stopped, but I was especially sucky today. Um, but yeah, I'll put those clips in now. Yeah, I guess I'll go into some reviews of the things that I read this week. Some of the stuff just came out this Wednesday, so I had already read it. Yeah, I guess I'll get started. We got Ultimate Spider-Man 21. It's almost coming to an end. I don't want it to end. Every issue is heartbreaking. I can't fucking stand these cliffhangers. Like, I'm not even gonna spoil it just because it just came out this week, but man, I do miss Kaketa's art. And I feel like, I don't know, I kind of want Spider-Man to be there. I feel like he hasn't, like, there's some issues where he's just not in there, and I am a little disappointed in that. But story-wise, it's great. I think I'm just being picky, but yeah. I think I believe I showed y'all this in the last video. Swamp Thing #1. I read it. It was okay. I don't think I'm gonna be picking him up anymore, but it was cool to have a #1, Scott Snyder. The only thing I know of Swamp Thing is from the not old, it's like a couple years old now, the Swamp Thing show that it was originally on DC Universe, if y'all remember that. And then they switched it to HBO, but that show was great. I really recommend everybody go and watch that. I think they have it on HBO. This is back when Titans was first coming out, the live action show, but this is way better than Titans. But yeah, I'm excited. I was excited to read this, but you know, after reading it, like, the story was interesting, but it wasn't enough to get me hooked, I guess. Maybe it's just because I'm not the biggest Swamp Thing person just from the show that I watched, but I do want to pick up Alan Moore's run. Maybe if I see it at the library. I think I did see it at one point, but yeah, I'll definitely try to watch or try to read Alan Moore's run if I find it, but I think that'll be it for Scott Snyder's Swamp Thing. Transformers, I binged these 4 issues just because I wanted to read them all, like, in succession leading up to it. I think it was okay. It was great. Like, I don't know, maybe this is just an ADHD thing, but I will sometimes like scan a page rather than like read and take in like the art and the story and stuff, and I'll just scan it, get like the basic gist of the story, and I'll keep moving, especially when I'm really excited to read something too. And I think that kind of happened here, and I was just like I couldn't tell you like plot for plot like what happened in this story, but it was good. It was really good. I mean, I feel like Daniel Warren Johnson always nails endings. Like, I think that's the biggest thing, is that he always nails endings, and that's definitely what he did here in issue 24. I might go back and reread it just to, like, you know, slow down and actually take it in, because it's a great series. It's overall really great. I don't think I'm gonna be reading Robert Kirkman's run. Maybe online, maybe on Hoopla I'll read it, but yeah, I'm done picking those up. And then next up is The Thing #4. This is just a solid run. Like, there's nothing incredible about it, but it's just fun. The Thing's my favorite Fantastic Four character, so you know, nothing too crazy. All right, and I also read the Deadpool Batman, which I enjoyed most of it. I guess they're just fun, quick stories. I know people were kind of bashing on the Batman Deadpool story, but it's like they don't have like a lot of pages. Like, it's just supposed to be like a fun one shot. You know, they weren't looking to do anything like life changing, you know. But I don't know, to each their own, I guess. But I read that. That was pretty good. If I had to rank the stories, I guess I would say #1 would be the Captain America Wonder Woman story, which I know is very like controversial right now because of the whole not killing Hitler thing. But I don't know. My thing is like he was unarmed and he was already surrendering. So like, what like? I don't think it's in Captain America or Wonder Woman to straight execute someone. You know, I could be wrong about Wonder Woman because I'm not so well read with her. I've only read Danny Warren Johnson's run, his Black Label series, in like the first couple arcs of George Perez's run. And then I'm also reading Absolute Wonder Woman. And she definitely doesn't seem like someone that would just execute someone that's surrendering and, you know. But I don't know. I don't think it's in Captain America. I've definitely read more of him, but yeah. That was #1. #2, probably Bat and Deadpool or Jeff and Crypto. Those were really fun. I actually like the whole relationship that they made with Joker and Deadpool being like competitive over Batman and stuff. That was funny. And what else was there? The Kevin Smith, Daredevil and Green Arrow was pretty fun. Oh, Logo. Can't forget Logo. I'm a big Ryan Stegman fan, so I was just stoked to see that. It was just a quick little thing, so I wouldn't rank it that high up there either. I don't think I'm forgetting anything else. Oh, Green Lantern, Rocket Raccoon. That one was really good too. I especially like the end where he was like, "What's a parallax?" Like, that was such a deep cut, or not a deep cut, but it was such a like, you know, it was such a thing for comic readers, you know, or anybody that knows about parallax and stuff. But yeah, dead fucking last is that Frank Miller story. I'm not sorry. That was so ass. That was just so ass. Like, I didn't even understand what was happening. Like, I had to look online, like, what was going on. Yeah, I was so disappointed in that. But yeah, I guess lastly what I read was the volume 3 of Wolverine by Benjamin Percy. I've been really enjoying this series. I think what I like a lot about it is that it shows like little slice of life moments with Wolverine. And I think that's something I look for in every story, just to see moments where they're like just chilling at a bar or just, I don't know, not always being a superhero, because I feel like it adds more to their character. They had like a whole almost like Jaws like issue in this, which I really enjoyed. I'm really enjoying this Percy run, but I do know people have like some of their gripes with it, with that and his X-Force, but honestly, I'm really enjoying it. I need to pick up X Lives and X Deaths of Wolverine. 10 Lives, 10 Deaths. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I think Kubert's gonna be off the art, which I'm very disappointed in, because look at that. I think he'll still be on covers, so I'll be looking forward to seeing those. But yeah. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, comment, and see y'all next week.